There are a lot of awareness about why this might be happening, but right now more people are becoming aware of weather control technologies than ever before. I would say even before Helene, a lot of people would just snicker and roll their eyes. Oh, weather control. Even though there are dozens of patents, cities like Dubai openly brag they have a weather control center to make it rain anytime they need rain. This is not a secret any longer. Can you speak to that, please, about how the awareness of this has gone mainstream now?
Yes, and more so this week than ever before. Like, we can testify that geoengineeringwatch.org are being avalanched with communications. We're grateful for that. We're grateful for people waking up. I spent an hour on the phone today with congressmen from Tennessee and also communicating with congressmen from the Carolinas. We're supplying them geoengineeringwatch.org printed awareness materials, the same we make available on our homepage for less than our cost of producing and shipping, and those are saving the congressman time and effort in introducing these issues to others. And hopefully, as what I know Marjorie Taylor Greene just stated and got a lot of blowback for her acknowledgement of these operations, we're grateful to her for doing so. And the support that she's now getting from other congressmen is essential. And what we've encouraged them to do at geoengineeringwatch.org is to band together behind the scenes, form a support network, and stand up together and not individually. And I just was told by another source that General Flynn has just acknowledged the validity of these operations. That would be very helpful.
Yes.
We have Colonel Douglas McGregor, whom I know you know and work with, and we're thankful to Colonel McGregor for openly acknowledging these operations. And bottom line is, the denial of this is so patently absurd at this point. Of course they're manipulating these storms, Mike. And if people would do some research and go back to Project Cirrus in 1947, the official beginning of the manipulation of cyclonic rotations, and understand that even then, with very minimal interference, the dropping of a dozen kilos of dry ice into a storm, it had a very notable and detrimental effect. What can they do now when we have KC-135s that can carry 100 tons of materials into a storm and then manipulate that with the frequency transmissions? So the bottom line is, we know also, Mike, and this is something people should consider, patented hurricane suppression technologies have existed for decades. At minimum, even if people pretend they're not manipulating and steering these storms, which they are, they certainly have the ability to make or break them anytime they want, and they're certainly not doing that unless they're near oil infrastructure, in which case they do it, because we see that it's miraculous how the Gulf of Mexico oil pumping infrastructure is missed again and again and again from any cyclonic rotation. So that should be an indicator that they clearly have sway over these storms. Bottom line is, people need to wake up. This is an all-out weather warfare assault, period. And there's other forms of assault, Mike, that are not being looked at right now, of course, because we have these very stunning examples of Helene and now Milton. But here in the West, they are virtually cutting off our precipitation. We've been, where I live in a formerly lush forest of Northern California, it's been about 100 degrees or more every day for 6 months with no rain other than one day of slight drizzle. 95 degrees in a formerly lush forest of Northern California at 3 in the morning with humidity of 10 degrees. So everything here is dying from the opposite scenario of what's happening in other parts of the world. So the drought deluge scenario, the unprecedented drought, an unprecedented deluge, that is all hallmark climate engineering intervention.